Hey, everybody. Before we get to the great Jim Lewis, and of course, hey, by the way, dropping new music today on my podcast. Amazing. But before we get to that, a couple things I want to talk to you about. Number one, you see this empty seat right here. I need to fill it. I need some interesting people to talk to that have an interesting story. So if anybody knows anybody that would be interested, let me know, and I'll talk to them, and it'll be great. Number two, I want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, and that's Keto Meal Prep at Atlantic Caters. And I'm telling you, you know I've been trying to lose the weight. And the chefs over there and the people over there are really helping me with the recipes of keto, and they can help you too. You can lose the weight. All you got to do, go down in the description, check out the daggone menu. Once you pick what you like, use my discount code, Johnny15, and that's going to get you 15%, Johnny15, 15% off your order every time. Every daggone time. All you got to do is do that, and then lose the weight. Getting ripped. And I'm down 11 pounds, and I'm feeling pretty daggone good. So let's all do this together. Get down in the description and get over there and take care of business. And I'd like to thank them very much for taking care of my business. Guess what? Jim Lewis time. Let's go, baby. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Johnny Laing Show with Johnny Laing. And today, our super special guest and a good friend to all, Jim Lewis. And as you all know, and I know, Jim is a professional musician, and we're going to get the story of how, and that's what I want to know, how did Jim Lewis get the interest to sing and play like an angel?
An angel, I like it. Yeah, we can do that.
What do you got?
So, when I was like 5, it was 1990, by the way.
Whoa.
My grandmother gave me 2 cassette tapes and a cassette Walkman player, and it was Clint Black's 2 first albums.
Right.
Old country singer.
I know Clint Black. I'm a fan.
So, let's Put Yourself in My Shoes and Killin' Time were 2 albums, and I wore them out front to back.
Right.
I mean, I could sing every song, and I was just singing all the time, and I never stopped, and I just kept on singing. And that's kind of how I really fell in love with singing. I just kept doing it. Every Clint Black album, I had everything. Just led up from 5 all the way up till now.
Just kept on rolling. Does he still have albums?
Yeah, he's still putting stuff out. I don't have his latest one. He just dropped a album, I want to say, a couple weeks ago.
I'm still rolling, old Clint Black.
Yeah.
So you started singing to everything you possibly could.
Everything.
So did you have little shows in front of the family? You know what I mean? It's like, look, Mom, Dad. Well, hold up, I'll be right back. Check this out.
I think it was more unwanted shows. When I put those headphones on, man, I was just singing. It didn't matter where we were. I remember in the car. I mean, in your mind, you know, when you have those on, you don't think you're that loud. But I think I was probably put yourself in my shoes. Just singing it all loud, and I'm sure they were like, oh, please stop.
Yeah, we're only going to the grocery store.
Yeah, it's 5-minute drive,
so
please.
Do you sing any Clint in your act?
Yeah, I do a few. He's such a good guitar player and songwriter that I can't sing the way he sings, and I don't want to do the song injustice if I can't do the song right.
So would you say that Clint Black is like kind of your mentor, kind of that, or maybe your muse to be a musician or singer?
He was definitely the biggest part for me to get into singing. He's my first, that's the first love of music that I found was Clint Black.
You know who my favorite country singer is?
Who's that?
Sammy Kershaw.
Oh man, yeah.
I like it. And back in the 90s, he really got himself some good and funny hits like Double Wide Trailer and what was the one that anyway, but he had some funny ones and good ones. I just loved his voice.
Yeah, I think 90s country for me, I mean, definitely that was my time period.
Yeah.
That was when country was at its peak.
Yeah.
I know way back when Johnny Cash, Hank Sr., Merle, George Jones.
It seemed like up until the 90s, country music was like a backseat genre.
Yeah, because I feel like the 50s through the mid-late 60s, country was solid.
Right.
Then I feel like the 70s and 80s kind of fell off for them. Like, there were some hits, there were some stars, but like then like late 80s,
but a lot of them were crossover hits.
Yes.
Of the country singers,
but
like
then,
Kenny Rogers.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but he was on there, and there wasn't like major stars. There wasn't. I feel like there wasn't big like Johnny Cash's and Hank Seniors and stuff.
Right.
But then you fast forward to the 90s, and all of a sudden you got Clint Black, Alan Jackson, George Strait, Garth Brooks.
Name them.
Toby Keith. I mean, it's just flooded.
Another good one, Toby Keith.
But just flooded at that point. And that's when I think country really...
Were you like in music overload toward the country in the 90s?
Well, yeah, because that's all I listened to. I listened to only country probably for the first 5 years of my life. Like, no, not 5 years of my life, like 5 years of music life.
Right.
From 5 to 10. That's pretty much all I listened to.
Right. So that was your... I mean, you do a lot of...
I do.
A lot of country.
Yeah, I do play a lot of country, but I feel like when I did my song list, I've got about 100 country songs in my repertoire, but I've got like 600 other songs in my repertoire. So it's like country really isn't the majority.
So 6 of the 700 songs that you know, only 100 are country.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know why I think of Jim Lewis and I think of country music.
And I get that, because like I'll ride hard on that country when the crowd's there for country. That's what I ride on. So a lot of people, like if they see me at the Muddy Beaver on a Sunday, that's my country crowd in there, man.
Right, absolutely.
You know, so like I don't play a whole lot of 90s or classic rock. Some like Southern classic rock, 'cause that all fits into the country side.
Yeah.
But these people want to hear Johnny Cash. And
right, they want to hear the country because they just got back from hunting. They got a deer in the back of their truck, and their wife's out there drunk on moonshine.
Right. So yeah, and you get that, but then you fast forward to like you go to a place like the Hard Yacht, and it's a good mix. But majority want to hear 90s there, especially on like a Friday night or something like that. That's like that 90s crowd through today, a little bit of classic rock. But those guys want to hear more 90s. It's just the crowd. So you follow the crowd. But I feel like country is such a... Even though everybody loves country, it seems like, I could be playing high tops where all they want to hear is like Billboard Top 40. You throw in a Johnny Cash song, everybody stops what they're doing.
Right, they still love it.
Because he's a classic.
Right.
He's an OG, you know?
So you're playing the new stuff too?
I try. You know, I got to really like it for me to do it. So it's new music is really I can't find a whole lot.
Not as much singing per se.
It's a lot of more electronic, and I don't know. I want to play music.
Right.
And I feel like the music stopped kind of like 2010, 15, unless
it is different for sure.
It's a lot different.
And I mean, I'm much older than you are, and it's different. Well, when you were born, that was my music. I love 80s and the 90s. That was the music. That was like 1950s rock and roll to me.
It's funny that people say I get a lot of requests for 80s, but I'm like, I don't really remember anything from the 80s. That wasn't my time period. But like you play 50s and 60s stuff. I say, yeah, but that was good. I said, tell me what's good in the 80s, and I'll try it.
Really, Jim?
You got to give me a list, Johnny, because I don't know a whole lot about the 80s music.
I will. It's all
man.
good. You kidding me?
Send me a list. Send me
Not
a
all
good. But so you give me a playlist, and I'll listen to it, and I'll start learning some 80s stuff.
I'm going to do that.
Do it, man.
Stay tuned because he's going to be playing some 80s soon. Okay, so you sang, and then at some point you had to pick up an instrument.
So 5th grade, I started on trumpet. Played trumpet all through middle school and all. And then middle school, I switched over to tuba. So I played all the brass instruments all through school.
By the way, I played trombone, French horn, and baritone.
I can play all of them. I mastered the whole brass section. I was just like, I got bored and I just mastered it.
Well, I said I can. I can't now. I used to be able to.
I think I probably could I have a tuba still. And I'd like to try and play it again. Maybe we could do that one day. That'd be fun.
I am in.
But yeah, so it was like, I did all the instruments like that. I started guitar... I picked up guitar in high school, but like wasn't really thinking about it. My buddy my best friend growing up, he played bass and then he switched over to guitar. Great musician. He could hear a song once, know all the words, how to play it, everything. Just a freak of nature.
Was that an eidetic memory?
Yeah, whatever it is. And he could hear pitch perfect. He was like, that's out of tune, this is tune, blah, blah. And
that's a good guy to have in a band.
Man, was he. He was just great.
So was that a band? Did you guys have a band
So
then?
we started building a band in high school. I switched over for the first show I ever played, we did Wish You Were Here. It was me, Eric, and Levi. And Levi played lead guitar, Eric played acoustic, I played bass, and I sang. And that was the first and last time I played bass until you fast forward to like now. I'm playing bass again. But that was really, I didn't play instruments with the band either. I just sang. So we built a 4-piece band.
That's weird for me. Because I know you as the guy that...
Let me tell you.
Guitarist and lead singer.
I can't sing without a guitar now. It's almost impossible for me to get through it.
What if you just went through the motions? Could you?
Yeah, just like sitting there like this. That'd be great. People would love that. What's he doing?
Weird.
But yeah, so we had a band because Levi had a twin brother, Leon, but Levi was actually a bass player, and Leon was a better guitar player. And we just had floating drummers, and we played in high school, mainly like variety shows and stuff there. The Equalizers. I even had
that was your name, the Equalizers?
I even had it on my class ring.
You had to get out of here.
I did, man, yeah. And if I can find it, I'll bring it in and show you.
Well, if you can find some pictures, maybe I can throw some up.
Oh, yeah, I will. I have a couple. That I know where they are. I'll get them to you. Yeah, so it's just...
So the Equalizers went through high school?
Went through high school.
And then what? What happened?
Everybody just kind of went their separate ways. Had a falling out with one guy, and then everybody just kind of split. And I just kind of dabbled in guitar a little bit. You know, I taught myself how to play. Never got in any school or anything like that. And I played for a while. Then I stopped for 7 years. I didn't touch my guitar. I didn't go singing. I didn't do anything. I just was like, I'm done.
You were done with it all.
And for no real reason, I was just kind of like, I'm done. It's not really going anywhere. I don't have the guys to play with now, and blah blah blah.
And you didn't feel like going to look and get the player. You were
I had nowhere. I had no idea where to look either.
Right.
Then I started dating this one chick who knew I played in high school, and she was like, "Hey, you should dig your guitar out and start playing again." So I did. And I found an open mic night down in Dundalk at the old Village Coffee Shop.
Okay, yeah.
And so I went and did that, and I met the most incredible people. Mike Nelson, who ran was at the time BGG, and then it turned into AGM, the acoustic guitar group. And he passed away actually this year. Who was a great friend. He was like one of my biggest supporters all through all this. And
the Jim Lewis comeback.
Yeah, man. Like he was like the key part for making anything happen for me. And so yeah, I just met all these guys and I started playing guitar again. And then next thing you know, I mean, it just like took off. I met my buddy Rob through the group, who I turned into Cripple Creek to do with Cripple Creek. It lasted 8 years up here. And
just you two, or
just us two? We had occasionally we'd have a drummer sit in with us, but it was mainly just us two. It was awesome. Had such a good run, and he moved down to Florida. So when I go down there, I play with him now. But like, if he was still here, man, and
you guys will still be rocking.
We'd be every weekend rocking it out. But so I mean, really, that's just like I don't even know how long ago that was now. Maybe 10 years ago. It just kind of like the spark happened, and man, I never looked back.
Stop.
Never looked back, bro. I couldn't imagine not doing this.
So now, this is what you do.
What I do.
Go out, play on social media, play.
Yeah.
So where, and I know what's going on and where we are now in the world, but where are your the places that people usually see Jim Lewis around town?
So now you can see me at the Horse You Came In On and Fells Point every other Sunday. I just played this past Sunday, so I don't know how it lines up as far as the year goes by, but just every other Sunday. You can find it on my Facebook page.
Call the Horse and find out, or get on Jim's, and all the Jim Lewis goodies that I can get my hands on will be in the description, so you guys can go ahead and see.
Do it.
What? So now, what's happening is a lot of the bars are closing down. So you're playing a little bit online.
I do the online thing. I try and do it while I'm at my shows too. So like the people who don't want to come out because it's the pandemic still, and it's people it's they either come out or they don't come out. But I want to give everybody the opportunity to see me.
Right.
So if I'm playing a show out, I might as well go live and make sure everybody sees me. And so
which is nice because I mean people are afraid right now, and a lot of them aren't coming out.
And it shows, and it does, and it's hurting a lot of industries, and especially the restaurant and the bar scene is getting slammed right now. I mean, I can't imagine what those guys are going through because I know what I'm going through.
Right, small business like in the service industry, and I know a lot of other ones are too. But man, they're taking the beating in their life.
Man,
and I'm scared. I'm scared for them, and I just hope they can hold on.
Me too, man. And there's, like I said, I'm lucky enough to have a few that are still pushing music.
Right,
And that's big for us.
It makes sense because if you want to get that, 25% that you're only allowed to have in the city right now, right?
25% in the city and then 50 in the county.
50 in the county. You got to have somebody that's going to draw anybody to come out because of whatever little bit they're getting is he's by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. So I mean I'm lucky enough to have a few spots. I'm just going to name drop them all real quick.
Yeah, do it.
The Horse came in on Fells Point, Hard Yacht Cafe in Dundalk, Skip Jackson Bowley's Quarters, and Wayward Smokehouse in White Marsh are my guys that are hooking me up all the time. Oh, on top of that, we also have Lock Bar and Chop Tank, both down in Fells Point. So, I mean, I've got my venues. We need everything to open back up because where 4 of these venues did music every day.
Every day of the week.
They did every day of the week, these venues. Now only do it 2 or 3 days a week.
Now, listen, before we get into that, and that's something that I really do want to get into, where it is, how it's affecting the musicians. And I know you know a bunch, and obviously, you're a guy that is popular and has been largely booked. So, but before we get to that sadness, let's lead it off. Everybody, I'm telling you, I'm so excited right now. And, man, gosh almighty, I'm so lucky to have good people to come on the Johnny Laing Show. And we're about to get some new music from our boy, Jim Lewis. Now, what do you got?
So I'm just really excited about this. Through the whole pandemic thing, I've been working on this original album. And I'm working with the greatest musician I've ever dealt with, Clint Zafader. I go up to his house. He's got a little studio. I lay down what I play on the acoustic and my vocals, and immediately he's just firing off. Man, what if we just tweak this here? Let me add this. And he's just making these incredible songs out of by just bare bones acoustic and vocal tracks.
Wow!
And he is just awesome. So I'm super excited and. I just started recording this song that I'm going to play for you today. I'm teetering on the name of it. I'm not even going to say it until I'm done playing it because I don't know where I'm going to land for today. But
for the
it's going to change. It's going to change all the time. And so this song's going to be awesome when it comes out. Clint has just fired it up for me on the acoustic. So
this is what you're playing for us today.
I'm going to play it today.
Well, I'll tell you, after you're done playing it, I'll tell you what the title should be.
Okay, deal, man. Deal.
I'm just
no, man.
I don't want to get involved.
Any ideas, man? It'll be great.
Okay, well, everybody, listen. Excited. Here we go. Our boy Jim Lewis, new material.
Palm trees are swaying, bikinis laying on a blanket of sand. Waves are crashing, people laughing, walking hand in hand. The sun is shining, there's no denying the beach is where we belong. The sun is shining, shining on me. I'm through with waiting, anticipating, I know we can't be wrong. The ocean calls me from the horizon, the sun just bouncing along. Spending my time on the shoreline, I wrote it down in a song. The sun is shining, shining on me. blanket of sand. Waves are crashing, yeah, people laughing, walking hand in hand. Sun is shining, there's no denying, the beach is where we belong. The sun is shining, shining on me. Yeah, the sun is shining, shining on me.
Wow, welcome back. What an amazing original by our good friend Jim Lewis. I mean, I'm blown away. And I tell you, when this is all over, then we'll announce on a live broadcast with me and you on social media when I decide what the name is.
Got it. That'll work. We'll let it sit in limbo for now, too.
Well, the thing is that, I mean, you hear this is an original work, and, I mean, you want it to be right.
Yeah, and I tell you, though, man, I love writing. I last time down in Florida, my buddy Rob and I wrote like 3 or 4 songs. Like last day I was there, he's like, let's just bang out some songs, man.
Can I ask you a question? You don't have to answer it. How many songs you got sitting waiting, or how many songs do you have in the works sitting waiting? Maybe just to start recording them or start.
4 or 5.
Wow, that's amazing.
They're just sitting ready on the back burner, ready to roll.
Just ready to.
And I've got 2 in the studio right now. I'm working on.
Wow.
So it's.
Getting really exciting.
I'm pumped about it, man.
I mean, look, being a professional musician starts by playing out, but eventually you got to take that next step, and that's what it seems like is happening with Jim Lewis right now.
It is, man. It's a lot of inspiration from some of the local guys, Jim Wackenfuss, Clint Safader, and Stevie Matthews. Those 3 guys, hearing their original albums over the last couple years, and man. I was like, man, I really should do this. So I started doing it.
So here you are.
Here I am, trying my best,
No, who else you're playing with? Just real quick before because I do want to get into what we were talking about before we listen to you play. But any other bands that you're or groups?
I play so duo wise. I kind of team up with a bunch of people. Mark Jacob, and I do a duo called Double Wide, and then I play. Is Double Wide what? It's a country joke. It's like a double wide trailer, y'all, for big boys. So I do it with Mark, and I team up with Clint Safader. Well, we play together once in a while. It's duo wise. Jim Wackenfuss. And then I play in the band The Reddies, which is Jim Wackenfuss's band.
But what genre of music is?
It's just kind of like the fun party band type thing.
Variety band?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I play bass with them.
So you're back. So wait a minute. You're back.
I'm back to bass. It's funny. It's started. It was like a 2-month thing. Boom. Nothing. Never again. And then right before New Year's Eve this past year.
You're playing in a band.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty exciting. But back to what we were talking about before, and that is you led into it, by talking about the restaurant and bar industry, what's going on, and I know it's tough out there, at least around here.
Yeah.
So how has that affected you? And maybe give us an idea what was what you had going on and what ended up going on, that kind of thing, as much as you can.
So I mean, this year, coming into 2020 looked so promising. I'm sure for a lot of musicians, it seemed like music was booming. The live local scene was just unreal going into 2020.
Right.
And I bet you more than half of us were probably just really planning on something big. And I had it all lined up, and obviously all gone.
Right.
So I mean, it changed a lot of my plans for the year. I was going to try and buy a house, and just I had some trips planned, and my friends' weddings got postponed or moved and stuff like that. So I mean, it changed things, but in a sense, the rest from the grind is nice, but like I wasn't expecting 9 months.
Right, you didn't want that kind of rest.
When it first happened, we were like, all of us were kind of like, cool, 2 weeks off before the summertime, cool. We'll all kind of be refreshed, ready to ramp into the spring and summer. And then who knew, you know?
Yeah, who knew it was going to be? 9 months and
counting,
by the way.
Holy crap,
So, but I'm thinking, but the good thing in my mind as I think about it, and I'm here and I come watch and all of our local musicians, or I come, if they're local, I come watch them, I enjoy them. Is this setting us up for a huge summer for bars and restaurants and musicians? I mean, I would think that
I think it's just going to be. I think it's going to be a big summer for the industry. Right off the bat, it's going to, obviously once the weather breaks and things are like, yeah, we can kind of do outdoor things again. Everybody's going to be out and about. They're not, wintertime being cooped up. Everybody's going to be stir crazy.
I'm kind of talking about.
Even when it when
this
it's all over,
pandemic
when it's all over,
and what
it's going to be bigger than anybody's ever seen. I think.
Yeah, it's just going to be.
I think it's just going to be
off the chain.
And luckily there's enough musicians in the area that we're going to be able to handle it no problem.
And maybe recoup some of
the loss, but I mean but mainly for me, it's just love being out there, man. Nothing matches playing a live show in front of people.
Right.
And that's my social life. That's my life. That's music it's me now. That's what I do for a living. 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week playing shows to 4 times a month.
Oof.
Well,
I hope soon. And like you were saying, that a lot of those bars down in like Fells Point and Canton, they had music every single day.
Every single day.
Wow, and then now they've gone down to almost nothing.
Yeah, if they're even open right now, you know what I mean? It's just
some of the places haven't even they said 25% ain't going to even do it.
Right, some of it's not even worth them opening the doors.
Okay, so let's see where we are here. Okay, we got that one. Okay, I got a couple fun questions for you. Well, first of all,
yes, sir.
Is there anything else? Is there anything that you want to say to the folks out here? It's been a while. People are used to seeing you almost every day in a week, and now that you said they're seeing you once a week if they're lucky. What message do you have for the people, for anybody?
The overall message: just sit tight. We're gonna get through it, and if you want to see music, my Facebook, I go live on Facebook. You can look me up, Jim Lewis Acoustic.
It'll all be down there.
And if you're just, I know for me, live music really helps cure the mind and soul. So if you're ever just feeling low, shoot me a message. I'll play a 10-minute show. It doesn't matter to me. Let's all get through it together. That's my message.
I like that. All right, So speaking of double wides, and I'm. They're seeing a side view of me, which is probably the most slender view. So, speaking of double wides,
yes,
one of the things that I wanted to ask, because, as you can see, I'm not a svelte guy myself, so I always like to ask the food questions. So, if you had to choose, and these quick answers as quick as you can, I'm gonna name the meal. You name the food that you would like to have. Okay, here's breakfast.
Scrap on eggs.
Wow. Lunch.
Grilled cheese with bacon.
Are you sure?
No, that's not what I want for lunch at all. I want a cheeseburger.
Dinner.
My mom's meatloaf. I like grilled cheese.
Fucking pressure.
The pressure's hard.
Pressure is hard.
You just see how weak I am right there when it comes to food. What do you want to eat? Just feed me. I'm fat.
That's me. I would have had the grilled cheese with the bacon and been fine with it.
If I could have really thought about it, I'd have changed all those answers except for the last one. My mom's meatloaf that's it for dinner.
Yeah, that's the best.
You ask anybody in the family, what would you eat for your last meal? Mom's meatloaf. What about your birthday, mom's meatloaf?
One of them.
My brother and I are all we're like wedding crashers. Wedding crashers. Ma! Want the meatloaf?
And she brings it out to you.
Happily.
Okay, next one. and let's say that you were a superhero, okay, and you had a choice of whatever your power would be.
Yeah.
What would it be?
Incredible Hulk.
So
I just want when I get angry, I want to just
So you want to turn into a big angry guy?
Yeah.
And just start ripping shit apart?
Hulk smash is like the greatest thing. Why not, man? That's a.
You can just do it and smash it and get it over with.
Has he ever been beat?
I don't think so.
No. My favorite comic book ever was the one where he actually beat Superman. And at the end of it, he's just holding Superman by his neck over like all this rubble. And it's great. I was like, finally. Because for some reason, I never liked Superman. I was always a Batman guy.
Everybody loves Batman.
But then...
Because he's just a regular guy.
Yeah, just a regular guy. But then the Incredible Hulk came around, and that's been my number one guy.
He's also a regular guy, but he just has those radioactive powers.
I feel like if I really get angry, even though I won't grow and turn green, I feel like that's me.
You can just start ripping shit.
Ripping things. Just...
Okay. One of my favorite questions I ask whoever comes in, because this is another one. Look, just like you folded with the lunch question. Okay.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah, I need you to.
It's gonna haunt me.
It's gonna haunt you.
Haunt me.
No, I don't want grilled cheese.
You know what I want for lunch? I want real quick, the Johnny Laing sliders. That's my new lunch fave.
Hey, my pleasure, man.
Thanks, brother.
My pleasure. We had to do this on a full stomach. You know what I mean?
Man, there's no way I could have been thinking about it. If you were like, "Hey, we got sliders for afterwards," I'd have been like, "Are we gonna finish this up anytime soon?"
So. You're on your way home, you decide to stop and get a snack. Well, we were just talking about food.
Yeah.
And you get out and you see a lottery ticket. And you pick it up and you say, you know what the hell? You never know. And you take it in and you plug it in and you win $1 million. What is the first thing you're going to do?
Oh. Wow.
After everybody knows.
After everybody knows.
Anybody that you want knows.
I'd probably break off my family all chunk.
Yeah, take care of the fam.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do? That's a guarantee.
Right.
Well, maybe not for some, but
for me, it's
definitely a thing. So now everybody got their cash. What you doing for Jim Lewis?
Jim Lewis is going to get himself a house, and then just keep the money ready to. And everybody thinks I'm dumb for this, but if you know me, you know how much I love my pickup truck. I don't
think it's dumb because I love my pickup truck.
I will make sure there's money aside to keep her running till the day I die.
Oh,
yes.
All right. I like the sound.
That is my truck. That is the first and only thing I've ever bought for myself.
All right.
You know, so I was like, cool. I've had it for 13 years.
So even if you come into some more money and get a new truck, you're still going to keep that truck rolling.
There will be no new truck.
Oh, you're just going to drive after.
I'll make sure I'll get it fixed up, rust taken care of, and money aside to rebuild the motor,
reupholstery
for a brand new motor. Yeah. I'll get it touched up. She'll look good.
Painted?
No. I like the wear and tear look on her.
Like the wear and tear.
It's like scars on the body.
See my wear and tear.
Yes, I passed you the other day on 695. I was like, "Oh, is that Johnny?" Yeah.
You're like, "Holy shit, that Johnny! I can't believe that fucking car can make it on the highway."
All I was thinking was like, "Man, I can't let him pass me."
I can't let him pass me that hunk of shit.
I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "At least I look good next to that one."
No. yeah. Hey,
but a pickup truck I don't like the brand new pickup truck look.
Yeah.
I think pickup trucks are supposed to be worn out, beat up, and used.
And the older ones are usually pretty solid.
Yeah, and it's an '02 Tacoma, and I think that's.
Mine's a '95.
Nice.
Yeah, son of a gun, still rocking.
That's awesome.
All right, then before we get out of here,
yeah, man.
Anything that you would like to ask me, or any, I mean, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I mean, I would say, when are we going to hook up and actually do a show in here together?
I'm ready.
Like an acoustic show.
We can do that anytime.
All right.
I got nothing but time.
Me too.
All right, then what the hell are we waiting for?
Let's do it, man.
So it's like you'll hear Jim singing, then I'll come on, you turn it down, and then when Jim comes back, you pick it back up.
I'm sure it'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be fine.
I appreciate you, man. Hey, listen, everybody,
Pleasure.
Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and go down in that description and check out all the links that we're going to have down there for my boy Jim Lewis.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you, and we'll see you next time on the Johnny Laing Show with Johnny Laing.